Hey, what's up YouTube? Scott's Got Any Tradition back with a response video for the Sports Card Kid. He is doing a 200 subscriber contest, so congrats. You've been doing pretty well lately. So Sports Card Kid is actually a Packers fan, Packers family I guess, from Texas. And yeah, congrats on reaching, well, you're over 200 subscribers now I think, so keep up the good work. And he's doing a contest, and he's got a couple questions he wants us to answer. So with that being said, we're going to answer number one, a card that you had that you let go. And the one card that comes into mind, so I started collecting, just getting back into collecting about 5 years ago or so. And one of the newer products I was breaking at the time was 2014 National Treasures football. And the first card that I hit in that in a break was a Davante Adams rookie autograph hats off card. So it had like a piece of the hat and his autograph on card. It was a really nice looking card. It had the part of the hat was a big part of the Packer G, and I ended up actually selling that card. I think there was I started to get into the PSA set registries a little more, and the card started to not fit my collection. But as Davante Adams took off, lo and behold, now I wish I kind of would have had the card. He's probably a top 10 wide receiver in the league, so what are you going to do? Instead I kept some HaHa Clinton Dix cards, and of course he's not even on the team anymore, but Davante Adams has really taken off. So some you win, some you lose some. That's a card I wish I still had, especially because I pulled it in a break and probably sold it for less than it should have been sold for. But that's the one that comes to mind. Otherwise, I don't sell a whole lot of other cards, but I did happen to sell that one. Number two, if you're a GM on your favorite baseball team, a move you would make. Well, my favorite baseball team is, of course, the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Brewers made a ton of moves last year, bringing in Lorenzo Cain, Christian Yelich. So they're not going to make a lot of moves this year, and I agree with that. If I were the GM, I would do the same thing. I would kind of stand pat. You made your big moves last year. I would always be on the lookout for pitching, though. Whether it be a relief arm or a starting arm. Either way, I'm not going to pay like, $200 million to a starting pitcher, though. Kind of like, I think it just can really hamstring a team if that backfires, so especially a small market team like the Brewers. So I would stand pat there. One thing I would do during the season is look up at bringing up Keston Hiura. He's a second baseman. He was a first-round draft pick a year or two ago for the Brewers. And the guy's hitting like 400 in the minors, so he's an absolute stud as far as hitting goes. So I would definitely be looking at bringing up Keston Hiura if I was the Brewers GM. Third question, what do you do for a living? Well, you can see here by the scrub top that I have on, I work in a hospital. I am an MRI technologist, so I do MRI scans and work with radiologists as far as protocoling scans for patients. We do any number of things you can imagine at our facility. I work at more of a community hospital. It's a lot of fun. I've been doing that for the last 10 years. I've only been doing MRIs for the last approximately 7 years. When I originally went to college, my degree was in nuclear medicine technology, so that's where we basically inject radiopharmaceuticals into your body and kind of follow them around, and we can get physiologic information from that. About 2 years after I started working, though, let's take that back a step. So I went to college for that. I also minored in chemistry, and after that, I did a year internship at Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. So I spent a good year out there. With that, I traveled to Arizona, did some training down there at Mayo Scottsdale in Arizona. Also did a small clinical rotation, and then after that was all over with, I ended up moving back to Wisconsin, of course, and I've worked at the place I've worked for the last 10 years. Started in nuclear medicine for 3 years, and then the last 7 has been MRI. I'm technically still certified to do both, because I took the boards to do both of them, but I've really essentially only worked MRI for the last 7 years just because of the need. There's a lot more patients in need of MRIs than are in need of nuclear medicine scans, at least at my facility where I work. So I absolutely love my job. I love working with people. Especially when people are kind of in their, you work with a lot of people that are not patients that are not in the best of states, and it's always been a strength I think I've had, is being able to work with people in those sensitive situations. So I absolutely love what I do, love my coworkers, and I couldn't picture myself doing anything else in life. So that's what I do. I work at a hospital as an MRI technologist, and you also get to take cool pictures of things, and the technology aspect's really cool. That's something I really wanted to do in life, is something that's kind of more techy, mixed with something where you're actually taking care of people. So I can't think of a better career other than that. Number 4 on the list, name a YouTuber that you would like to nominate to get the care package or gift card or whatever it is. And there's literally like 20 people, 30 people that come to mind that I could nominate. So if I could nominate you all, I definitely would. But we're going to nominate one guy who I became friends with on YouTube, the Murph398, Donnie. Really good guy. Been a big supporter of my channel. He's commented on a lot of my videos. We both collect some football and baseball, so we're kind of multifaceted that way. So he's a big Dale Murphy collector, hence the name the Murph398. So go check him out if you haven't checked him out. He's a great guy. And that's about it. Congrats again, Sports Card Kid, on your 200 subscriber giveaway. I look forward to keeping following your guys' videos. I'm a little behind on videos lately just because I feel like there's been an onslaught of videos on YouTube the last couple weeks. But keep up the good work. You're awesome. I love your channel. And hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.